Dr. Marie Fagans officially took over as superintendent of Tennessee's largest school district on April 1st. Since then, she has gotten approval on a more than $1 billion budget. She's come out against arming teachers in Memphis Shelby County schools, put a plan into motion for her first 100 days on the job, and made a series of personnel changes. To discuss that and more, Dr. Fagans is joining us here live on the Red Couch with us. Thank you and welcome. Good to see you in person.
Good to see you in person as well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so first time I saw you, you were doing some volunteer work on your birthday for Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, and that's how you start. Give to the city. Had a good time with kids there.
Well, this is a huge moment, 100 days now. What are some of the greatest joys and greatest challenges that you've seen in the first 100 days?
Sure. So 100 days, right? So we made it to this point in the tenure, in my tenure. I think some of the joys and highlights have certainly been all things with kids. Anytime that I'm in the room, in the presence of our youngest leaders, that is always feeling for me. It makes my heart smile. And so you mentioned the opportunity with Habitat for Humanity on my birthday to build some homes with them. That was exciting. Certainly with teachers, making the connection. I'm a teacher first, foremost, and forever. And so having those conversations with them about the work has been great as well. But stretching myself across the 901 community and touching faces and being in spaces and places with those who have voices and want to be heard and deserve to be heard has also been thrilling. I think some of the sharper moments have been some of the decisions that need to be made. But when I sought out this position, I was committed to doing what is best for kids, for people, for a district that deserves to rise and thrive. And so that's what we've been able to do so far.
All right, so let's talk about the budget, right? 2024-2025 budget, $1.8 billion, a big chunk of that going towards infrastructure. And, this is housing our little babies. So Can you just speak to the vision forward moving there?
Yeah, so when you think about facilities, aging infrastructure, very well-known issue here with some $500 million in deferred maintenance being, the figure at some point, but certainly we're more close, we're at $1 billion now and beyond as we think about the average age of our buildings being 60 years. And so certainly as we move forward and putting that, master plan together, we'll have to have some more conversations about real decisions that have to be made based on the nearly 200 buildings that we have, oversight for. And so as the budget was approved, we do have, a nice chunk of that can go towards our facilities, our phase 1 facilities project, 56 spaces, about $96 million. That doesn't include, some of the projects that we had that were already in progress. So we are certainly moving forward in that direction now. Where kids and staff are learning and teaching, they deserve to have an environment that is conducive to the same. And so prioritizing the priorities, that is certainly one of them.
Can you talk to just the top-heavy nature of the district that you said led to your decision to make some restructuring changes? And what are those specifics of how you restructure?
Yeah, so, for any organization, any business, I'm a business major by trade, if you will, by school. When you think about efficiency and effectiveness, those are two of the three elements that determines the success of a space. The third is the capacity to adapt to change. And so you're able to see Memphis Shelby County schools kind of navigate all three of those areas. When you're looking at personnel, it is about efficiency. How do we streamline the work in such a way that we get it done quickly, that we get it done well, and then certainly that we get it done with the fewest number of personnel that is necessary. For me, looking at where the magic happens, where the resources are most needed, when we have more than 500 vacancies in the building, that's where we need our personnel to be. I say that with a caveat and understanding that we only have about 76 of the individuals that were impacted employees as a result of this restructuring that actually have their certificate to teach. And so it's not that we were able to send this massive number of individuals into the classroom as we probably have publicly attempted to share. And so I want to clear that piece up. But overall, when we think about ESSER
So
funds,
you're saying they're not going into the classroom, it's inside of the building?
So you want to get them in the classroom or as
Okay.
close to the classroom as
Okay,
possible.
gotcha.
So I wanted to be clear, there are about 75 who have a certificate, so they can actually go in and teach a content area. The other 200 plus do not have certifications, and so they could be family engagement liaisons, attendance liaisons, truancy, the other non-instructional opportunities that we have. When we think about ESSER funds running out and expiring, we also have other grants that expired, and so that's what mostly led to many of the cuts. It's an opportunity to organize efficiency in a greater way, and this just happened to be the time we could do it.
One thing that really struck me, when you have a job, but then there are things that happen outside of your job that are just distractions.
Yeah.
And for someone or to receive death threats, it's just, how do you cope with that and still manage? Because that's psychological. That's just like, whoa, next
Sure.
level.
Yeah, so, I think because I did not receive it directly, it wasn't as impactful. My brother did. And so, just making sure that my family understood that I was okay. I am okay. I'm generally still in high spirits. I'm a high energy person, incredibly optimistic, but making sure that we treat it as any other threat. A threat is a threat until it's not. So walking through the stages, giving the, responses in the statement as necessary to officers, and then trying to keep, those who were aware at a level pace as well to continue moving along in the work. I think as I do this work, I understood that this comes along with the job, unfortunately, and so I made my family aware of that before I sought the opportunity. But you are at risk every day, but I think what comes along with it is certainly more powerful than what could come every now and then, which is a threat.
Okay, we're running out of time, but I do want to talk school security. You joined the sheriff and the police director to say that teachers should not be carrying guns. What is your vision for making sure that the kids are safe?
Sure. So safety is about relationships. Safety is about reporting what you see, and safety certainly is about doing what we can. And so we're looking now to have an officer in every building where there are more than 100 students. We'll be calling on the state for that support, for funding to ensure that type of capacity can be provided. Certainly, we've looked at our safe routes to ensure that students who are walking, biking, however they arrive to school, we're responsible for students from door to door. And so we're giving it all great thought and intentionality, but we're also calling on parents, the community, to show up and be visible where possible, to really be involved as it concerns our students. Safety is a comprehensive approach, certainly not, just one thought, but making that statement was important. No one has asked me, can I have a weapon in school to feel safe? But they have asked for books, for resources. Can you fix the buildings? And so those things we are prioritizing.
Okay, gosh, you have a job hiring event, and then tonight is the big night.
Yeah.
It's going to be, you're the woman of the hour tonight.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the jobs, recruitment, and then what you're going to be doing tonight?
Yeah, so we're still recruiting internally, recruiting within the region in the state, but we're going national. So if we're saying that next is now, then we're asking who's next up to come take on this particular heavy lift that we're committed to for Memphis Shelby County Schools. And so we have 2 virtual sessions coming up to recruit beyond the state of Tennessee. We will be in Birmingham, Alabama this Friday, recruiting at Top Golf, and then we'll be in Mississippi next week to target that area. And so we have vacancies. We're looking for certified teachers who are ready to come along and do this work in this season for Memphis Shelby County Schools. Tonight is the opportunity, certainly, to see us walk through these first 100 days. The excitement and the enthusiasm from the community has been absolutely phenomenal. And so what we're moving towards now is from hopes and dreams to actions and plans. What does this work really look like moving forward? Who does it consist of? And certainly, what do the action plans look like? And so that's what we'll unveil just a little bit tonight, just making it an experience rather than me just reading a report.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you sitting with us on the red couch, and Godspeed out there. 106,000 kids. Wow.
Thank you. Privileged to be here.